What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. Now this week's episode is going to be a rather intriguing one because the last time WWE held a premium live event in Puerto Rico, it was all the way back in 2005 at the event known as New Year's Revolution, which it was an interesting premium live event. We now fast forward 18 years later, and WWE Backlash is gonna be in Puerto Rico. But before we get into this. Before we get into the pros and cons of this premium live event, if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys want to see more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button, follow me, and be sure to follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And the reason why I always ask you guys to subscribe is because we are 49 subs away from 200. Of course, I could be wrong. At this point, I could be wrong, but I'm going to check YouTube on my phone really quickly. And I believe we are 49. I think we're still 49 subs away from 200. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, we are 49 subs away from 200. And as I have said in previous videos, if this channel gets to 200 subs, I will open up this Korean Strike of Neos box in its entirety on the channel. But if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box. I know that a lot of people might think that this is a really bad set as far as the meta, but truth be told, this box first edition on Troll and Toad is going for like $400, which is pretty expensive for a singular box. But if you were to get a case, I'm sure you guys could take a guess of how much it would be. Plus, honestly, even though the Cypher Gear Gamma is going for like $300, there are still a few collector's rares in the set that are actually pretty good. Stardust Dragon is one of them. The BLS, I think Pot of Desires, Pot of Extravagance are the main ones. So if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, guys, because I'm telling you guys, if you guys thought that yesterday's opening of Maze of Memories was insanely good, those two boxes are going to be just as. So let's get straight into the pros and cons of WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico and what could potentially be the main event. That is the big question. Now, as I had said before, as I had said earlier, the last time WWE had held a premium live event in Puerto Rico, it was back in New Year's Revolution, where we saw the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight title, and I believe Triple H ended up winning that one, and there is something caught in my eye. Excuse me. And it was quite the card. In fact, I actually want to look that one up. Let's see. New Year's Revolution 2005. So, let's see. and I believe it took place at the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. Okay, what's going on? Come on, what's going on? Okay, seriously? Thank you. Finally. Okay. Finally. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Finally. Yes, it took place at the Coliseo de Puerto Rico in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it was WWE's first premium live event that was held in Puerto Rico and in Latin America and Latin America. And the funny thing is that tickets for the event was sold within like a month. In less than a month, which was insane. And the whole card itself was just nuts. It was nuts. So the dark match for the whole card was Hurricane and Rosie defeating La Resistance, which was Robert Conway and Sylvain Grenier in a tag team match. And then the whole show kicked off with Eugene and William Regal defeating Christian and Tyson Tomko for the World Tag Team titles. Trish Stratus defeated Lita for the Women's title. Shelton Benjamin defeated Maven for the Intercontinental title. Not once but twice. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I don't know about that one. That was a bit of an odd one. If I had to guess, I would have to say that Maven wanted a rematch for the title. Yep, I was right. Okay, so Wikipedia actually put this in. They said, quote, in the third match, Shelton Benjamin defeated Maven for the Intercontinental title. After Maven taunted the fans for speaking Spanish outside the ring, Benjamin rolled up Maven to retain the title, and immediately after the match, Maven demanded a rematch in which Benjamin executed a T-bone suplex on Maven to retain the title. So I was right on that one. I don't know what the hell Maven was thinking, but it is what it is. Muhammad Hassan with Daivari defeated Jerry the King Lawler with good old JR Jim Ross. Kane defeated Gene Snitsky. And of course, as I said, the Elimination Chamber match for the vacant world title, which featured Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, Chris Jericho, Edge, and the late great Chris Benoit, with HBK Shawn Michaels as the guest referee. This year's premium live event in Puerto Rico will be different because Backlash will be hosted by none other than the multi-time Grammy Award winner who made a name for himself in Puerto Rico, and actually competed in the men's Royal Rumble match last year, and at WrestleMania a couple years ago. Bad Bunny is going to be hosting Backlash. Now, here's the thing with WWE delivering Clash at the Castle in Cardiff last September, and with Money in the Bank coming up this July in London, we found out what was it about what was it, like a month ago or something like that Backlash will no longer be WrestleMania Backlash. It'll just be Backlash, and it will take place at the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. Jose Miguel Agrello in San Juan, Puerto Rico on Saturday, May 6th. And again, as I mentioned, it'll be hosted by Bad Bunny. And he actually talked about that in a press release, saying quote, in 2005, when I was a kid, I wasn't able to attend New Year's Revolution at El Coliseo. Finally, 18 years later, WWE returns to the island with a massive event, and this time I won't miss it. And he in that same press release, he actually mentioned wanting to he actually commented about that and he's or actually Triple H actually brought it up, actually made a comment, and he said, quote, "We're excited to bring Backlash to San Juan as the demand for WWE premium live events outside of the continental United States continues to grow. Bad Bunny is one of the world's most popular entertainers, and nowhere is that more evident in his native Puerto Rico." So here's the thing. We know that we had a Clash at the Castle in Cardiff. We know that we have now Backlash in Puerto Rico. We now know that we're gonna have the King and Queen of the Ring in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. We got Money in the Bank in London. Now here are some of the biggest pros of Backlash, because we know that the main event was obviously an Elimination Chamber match for the then vacant World Heavyweight title. The way I see it, that needs to be the main event for this year's Backlash, is that we need an Elimination Chamber match. We had one back in 2005. It's only right if we get one this year at Backlash. And I think the best way to book a Elimination Chamber match is for Cody Rhodes to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, have him drop the Universal title, and then have someone like, say, I don't know. I guess maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who would be, I don't know who would become Universal Champion at that time, at that point. Maybe Xavier Woods? I mean, it's possible. We could even also see Drew McIntyre become the Universal Champion, which is possible, but another big pro of all of this is that the entire building gets sold out. All the tickets get sold out, and they would make a fuck ton of money like that, which would be pretty cool. Let's see what else could be. Another big pro that also occurred to me is that what happened, as far as the Intercontinental title goes, what happened in 2005 doesn't happen again this year. But I think the biggest con of all of this is that the whole card gets stale, because we know that, because as we've seen over the years, we've had some stale premium live events, such as WrestleMania 29, in which Mania 29 was it was not it was not good. Like, it wasn't good. It was horrible. Like, this was the worst match. Not the worst match. The worst I had ever seen. This was very, very disappointing. Like the thing is that we were supposed to have gotten of certain, other matches on the card. It was just horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. The card on paper looked good. But let's be real. The last 3 matches that were on this card were the only 3 that actually saved the whole card. The pre-show, or the kickoff show, as we now call it, we had The Miz defeat Wade Barrett via submission for the Intercontinental title, in which Barrett ended up taking the title back the very next night. We had The Shield take on Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. We had Mark Henry against Ryback. Team Hell No against Big E and back then, Big E Langston and Dolph Ziggler for the tag team titles. Fandango against Chris Jericho, Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger for the World Heavyweight title, Undertaker and CM Punk, Triple H and Brock Lesnar, where if Triple H lost, he would be forced to retire, and of course John Cena versus The Rock for the WWE title. And I'm gonna be honest, those last 3 were the only 3 that literally saved the entire card. It was that bad. It was that bad. But if I'm gonna be honest, I think, again, going back to the whole pros and cons thing, the biggest pro of all this is that Backlash is that the main event is indeed an Elimination Chamber match, because if we don't get that, odds are it's gonna end up shit. Like, it's gonna end up total complete shit. However, the biggest con of all this is that obviously we don't get it, but another big con is that we don't get to see Bad Bunny perform. If we don't see Bad Bunny perform, it's not gonna be that good. I will admit, I'm very curious of what the card will look like. But only time will tell. We don't know yet. We're still on the road to WrestleMania. We are now 2 weeks away. We are less than 2 weeks away from what could very may well be the biggest WrestleMania in history, with the whole world watching here in Los Angeles, my hometown. There's no telling what can happen. But with that being said, guys, that brings us to the question of the day, which is this: what do you guys think should be the main event of Backlash 2023? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My @ will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.